The Redths. King Sokrim became king of the new land and they called themselves Redths. Within several years of isolation and under King Sokrim's reign, the Redth land became a country and the once dry and lifeless land turned into green where expensive animals like horses wandered in private farms. They built strong ships and established their own army. The Redth land was vast with many undiscovered places in the middle part and its southern edges. It will take a few days to reach the southern end with strong horses passing a mountainous path. Their small ships could only sail close near the base of their mountain that separated the north and the south of the Redth land. King Sokrim sent an expedition to the south to see what it was there, and the expedition discovered that the south had thick forest where many animals wander and where laid a long river that separated it from the land of the Ozalbenegs. Unlike the great river lake in the east of the Redth land, the southern river was filled with bounty where salmon rested to deliver their eggs during spring. It was a great and a livable place. King Sokrim offered the northern Redths to live in the south and promised support that he did. Those who accepted the offer were rewarded, and they were mostly the young and third generation of Redths that were a mixture of Bikses and Sumiks. They converted the south into a progressive place until they were able to make large ships from its rich timber that enabled the south and the north to trade with each other with ease. They also discovered the inhabitants of the other land, the Ozalbenegs, but their first meeting was unpleasant, for the Ozalbenegs drove the southern Redths away thinking that they were invaders. They clashed and they learned how skillful the Ozalbenegs were with their self-made weapons, daggers and long bows. At the advice of King Sokrim, the southern Redths offered truce that the Ozalbenegs accepted, and they became friends with the Ozalbenegs as they began to trade with each other. King Sokrim was very wise despite his greed. He used uncanny mediums to hide his past by distorting history and writing books of events that never happened to elevate himself to the Redths and the Ozalbenegs. The new generation of Redths regarded him very highly, and the Ozalbenegs embraced his self-made religious doctrine that paved the way for them to get through Ozalbeneg and influenced their way of life to what King Sokrim wanted. Redths and Ozalbenegs produced a new breed of race that lived in the southern Redth land and at Ozalbeneg. In due time, the south of the Redth land became a progressive village as the north. King Sokrim's new kingdom widened and became as powerful as any other lands. From less than 2,000 inhabitants, the land became a home to about 300,000 Redths from the races of the Bikses, Ozalbenegs and Sumiks. In time, King Sokrim and less than 1,000 loyal followers who were with him since the beginning were the only ones resembling the exact features of a Sumik, and all of them lived in the north as wealthy Redths. Time, wealth, his trading relations with the Bikses and the discovery and founding of the Blue Stones enabled King Sokrim to get the trust of Elbert, the Bikses king. In his old and twilight years, he still desired Igathansha. He bought years to build his own force, and when he was ready he turned his eyes to the north, to the country that sent him away and regarded him as a criminal. He asked Elbert to join him in his quest to conquer Igathansha, as he promised the king of Bixar great wealth and seat of power once Igathansha falls into their hands. King Sokrim also used his influence by convincing a few remaining corrupt leaders at Igathansha who he thinks will support him and who he thinks continue to believe in him through the Bikses. This included the great army general of Uvia, Klur.